There she is.
Yeah, como se dice boys. Now, according to Skype, I have to let you know that you're being recorded.
Yeah.
I hope I'm just letting you know. Just letting you
Yeah,
know.
we can't.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't incriminate ourselves.
No, no. Um.
So
So boys,
I apologize. There's some banging going on in the
don't worry. Like
next
my
door.
hot water heater's going on right next to me. You might be able to hear it. I don't know.
Yeah, our our the shower door fell
Mhm.
off the other day.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Just think of you like getting water all over the floor.
Well, it's set back far enough where you don't really get it too wet.
Okay.
I
Okay.
clean it up after too. So
Okay. What if one of your roommates like barges in and you're just standing there naked, water spraying on you? He's like, "I got a shit, homie."
uh, we're, we we have the wherewithal to knock before any of that happens.
What if it's an emergency? Like, why would
Uh,
you? Why would you do that?
we're civil individuals here. We're
Okay.
not, you know,
Okay. Okay. You know,
it's
I
not
could
all it's not all farting on people's heads here.
yeah, believe you, I guess.
Yeah, man. My frat I was a frat star back in the day. I'm now
I know.
now a civil engineer of a human.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I see now. Like, yeah, you're living in a roommate situation, but you're a bunch of sigma males, bunch of lone wolves.
Yeah,
You know.
kind of just keep to ourselves.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
the worst thing that happens is,
Yeah.
somebody has to use the bathroom and someone's in there.
Yeah. Have I discussed sigma males on this podcast?
I don't think you have.
Okay, so this is like the newest thing.
This is the new
Well,
beta cuck.
this is a in the red pilldom of
Oh,
the internet. You have alpha males, right? They're like the top dogs, the leaders of the pack, right?
yeah. Mhm.
You got the betas, those are the bitch men, the bitch made men, right? Those are ones that they fall in line, okay? And then you have another category of men. These are sigma males, okay? The sigma males are the lone wolves, and the ones that don't need anybody. They're the real men, you know. So like
Kind
Zach
of got.
Galifianakis' character in The Hangover, he was a sigma male,
Mhm.
okay? Running through the desert looking for strippers and cocaine, as he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Based on a true story.
and I see this. You've broken from your pack. You're now a sigma male, okay?
Mhm.
Real lone wolf, staying out late doing stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
it is it's the thing that I enjoy most.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny because you're the one who's obviously turned me on to this crazy this red pill mentality.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
It is fucking ridiculous.
Let me get that out. Let me get that out in the open and say that I do not support anything that's being said here. But
Mhm.
I went out with a girl last night.
Okay.
And we were having this conversation, and she was just like, I think we were just kind of talking about, videos that we watch on YouTube, and sometimes like she asked me like, how do I get some of my source material? And I was like, are you familiar with the red pill lifestyle?
Uh-huh.
And I had to explain it to her,
Uh-huh.
and then I played her a Kevin Samuels clip just so I could like put the cherry on top. And
Uh-huh.
she goes, this just looks like a bunch of guys that have no sex and are misogynists. And I go, yeah, I think
Yeah,
you pretty
yeah.
much nailed it.
I don't know. Something tells me that Kevin Samuels fucks.
I think he does.
I think he fucks, yeah.
I think he does in this kind of pseudo narcissistic way.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely all about me sex, but
Oh yeah,
I think he
yeah,
fucks.
yeah.
So the thing about Kevin Samuels though, and he's honestly in a weird way, probably one of the least problematic red pillars.
Well, yeah,
I think a lot of his advice comes from the standpoint of 50-year-old black dude, almost father figure like, giving advice to people.
yeah,
But it's what he sees as a harsh truth.
yeah.
And the
What
thing
is
about
he? He's
Kevin
an image
Samuels,
consultant. Is that like his actual
yeah,
job title?
yeah, he was in corporate sales for a long time, and then he transitioned over to image consulting.
What a
Uh,
natural transition.
yeah, specifically in like the telecom industry.
Mhm.
I think he worked for like MCI or something before
Yeah,
they folded.
yeah.
Yeah. But with him, like his whole thing was he was talking specifically to men for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And those videos were doing okay. And then it wasn't until he started addressing his content toward women, giving them advice, that's when things really started to blow up for him.
Yeah.
But he has videos that are like, you know, an hour or too long where he's basically telling men to like wipe their asses and do push-ups. Like, just wash your ass, nigga, use wipes. Like, go to the gym, work out. No one wants a fat dude. Like, he has like just hundreds of hours of content like that. Like, if you want to get the job in corporate America where you're making six figures, you can't have dreads. It's just what it is. Like, he's not wrong, but he's just giving people like a harsh truth.
It would be funny if he was just like, you know, if you really want that job, just go be white.
Damn near. Well, it's basically like you need to make these white people feel comfortable to an extent. Like, he said you can't just like show up with like dreads and like, you know, wearing a kufi and shit.
It seems like that would be the
black man is God. Like, you can't do that shit if you want to be accepted in corporate America. It just doesn't work. But that was basically his message. So, but you were saying though, like you told this woman about Kevin Samuels. You opened her third eye.
Yeah, I mean, I think I opened both. I think I opened both her two eyes first.
Wow.
She was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And
Uh-huh.
I explained it to her, and she's like, "You're not into this stuff, are you?" I go, "It's purely comedic. Like, there's
absolutely."
she's like, I did not think I could take you seriously if you were into that lifestyle. And I was like, could you imagine me?
Yeah.
I was like, you're looking at me right now. Do I give off that vibe?
Like, no.
She's like, no. She's like, you give off this like very like sarcastic, like kind of standoffish vibe when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I go, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's the fact of the matter.
Yeah. The funny thing is, every now and then, just to fuck with my sisters, I'll start just like parroting shit that Kevin Samuels says, and they will get so angry. Like, I think they think I believe that stuff.
I love that conversation that begins with like when there's no context and you just say it.
Yeah.
And the people are like, "Are you serious?" You're like, "Yeah." Like, you don't believe our Lord and Savior Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, you don't believe him?
It's just, no. So you sent me this thing earlier, earlier in the week.
Yes.
Okay, no, I can't. What does this guy do?
So this guy, I don't know what he does professionally.
He's a writer.
I don't know what he does professionally, but I know he has two YouTube channels, right? One is called The Corporate Citizen and one is called Lost Kings. And like, they're both, and they're both, I think he's probably doing a lot of like red pill commentary, whatever. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a huge following. Like, he has an okay following. Like, he's probably, I would say he's probably in like less than 100K range as far as subscribers go. So he has an audience, but not massive. Okay. And this guy, I found this video of this man. First, I found him on TikTok. And it was just a snippet it was something that someone screencast and then upload to TikTok. And I was like, I got to find the whole thing. So what had happened was just kick my fucking lamp over.
I was going to say.
Yeah, like, what happened?
I just saw a light heading towards you, and I was like, don't. Don't.
So anyway, this guy recorded this vlog style video on, clearly he's on a camera sitting in his car. It's got red leather seats, so it's probably like a BMW or something.
Mm-hmm.
And this man is talking specifically about R. Kelly. I believe he starts the video out saying R. Kelly basically didn't do anything wrong. And then he says, I know it's going to sound bad. Yeah. Let me explain. And this guy goes on to describe how R. Kelly's not a bad guy. He just has this appetite. specifically for young girls, and most men don't know what that's like.
Mm.
And then he describes in detail a sexual relationship he had with a 17-year-old girl. And
We should probably preface it by saying that the legal age of consent in the state of Georgia is 16 years old.
well, even then, I don't know if I didn't do any research into age of consent laws in the state of Georgia.
It is 16. I did look it up.
Oh, you did look it up. Okay. Is there any like caveats to that? Like you have to be within a certain age range of your partner, or
No,
it's just full like.
Yeah, I mean, it gets out of statutory status once the participating party is over the age of 16. So
it's
weird, right?
Yeah, that's weird as fuck, bro. But okay, I think New York State might be the same.
I think they're 17.
It's 17 in New York.
17, yeah.
Okay, it's still
too young.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I don't think 18 is some magical age where she ascends into the heavens and she gets stretch marks. Like it's just like I'm just saying, like let's be honest. Like we're both 31. I'm not. If I wasn't with my wife, I would not be talking to an 18-year-old girl.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I had sex with 18-year-olds when I was 18.
Right, like pretty sure that's the last time I had sex with an 18-year-old.
Yeah,
when I was probably like 18 or 19. So like,
I think that was I was 19 years old.
Yeah. The last time you had sex with an 18-year-old. Yeah.
It was funny story. The day before her 19th birthday.
Yeah. Slid in there.
Yeah.
Literally.
Got right under the gun.
Yeah.
I was like, this caution tape out of here.
Yeah, all this red tape. It's gonna fall away anyway. But this guy goes in graphic detail about having sex with an 18-year-old girl, or a 17-year-old
girl.
Yeah, and he talks about how he was setting up ads on Craigslist. And he was getting a lot of underage girls to respond to him. And he was like, normally, I have safeguards up. I wouldn't respond. But this girl fell through the cracks. I didn't realize that she was underage. He was like, but the first red flag was when she came over. We started talking, and she had these perfect perky titties.
Yeah.
And I should have known then. So that
not before then.
I should, as soon as I saw her take her shirt off, how great those tits were. I should have known then.
He's like, damn. Kids are day past 17.
So anyway, he fucked her several times before he finally asked her, hey, how old are you?
What did he say, 5 times before he asked?
He said it was like 10 to 15 times before he asked her how old she was. And he said it wasn't, and he didn't really put it together until he went on, he found her on Facebook.
Oh, good.
And saw her pictures, and she had a bunch of tagged pictures with girls that were clearly in high school. Right?
Narcissism, man. That's going to be the downfall of our society. Is it's not going to be stupidity. It's going to be narcissism. Because
absolutely.
Listen, I feel like the world was put together in such a way, especially by older men, to prey upon younger women.
Yeah, actually.
In a fashion that is not supposed to be this. You're not supposed to. This isn't supposed to be the norm. Like, you're not supposed to go online with intent
to pick up underage girls.
Yeah, like it's just that's not, kind of listen, if this was a, if we had a Chris Hansen situation on our hand, which we basically did, but this guy, I guess he slipped through the cracks himself.
Yeah, but his story got better. The next he talked about what did he say? Okay, so he finally asked a girl how old she is.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I'm 17. And then he was like, well, no, she phrased it as, I'm turning 18 in 4 months.
That's what it was.
And then he said, okay, so you're 17. And she said,
the reddest of red flags.
Right. And she said, yeah, but the age of consent in Georgia is 16, so you're okay. So then he went on to say, so I continued fucking this girl till she was 22 years old.
I fucked her all the way through college.
I fucked her through college. But he talked about how, well, she was so advanced, her parents weren't around, she was a hairdresser, you know, had her own place, whatever. But he talked specifically about how he would look for girls whose parents weren't super involved, so he wouldn't go to jail. But he's not a predator.
I just started combing through the because this is on YouTube and they can be found.
Yeah.
The video is corporate citizen / backslash the Lost Kings, which is, I should say, / the Lost Kings. That's those are his 2 YouTube channels. The name of the video is I Could Have Been a Predator.
I could have been a predator, but I'm not a predator, even though I look for girls whose parents are not really involved.
Yeah, funny. For one of the first comments, predator. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Feds. That's all we need.
Yeah. The thing is that the video got worse.
Yeah, I lost interest in it at about. I listened. It was a 26-minute video. Okay. By minute 16, I was like, okay. Then he starts going into the gory details of the family. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, and I'll talk about the family. So basically, he gets to the part
where. What are we doing here, people?
Yeah, he talks about this woman that he met online. She, I guess, had like a black bull fetish. So
I think we do have to explain that a little.
Okay, so there are certain white women, which we've actually kind of covered this in an older episode. I can't even remember what episode it was. Mm-hmm. Remember that woman that was the Queen of Spades?
I was to say that is known as the Queen of Spades. So that's the woman that it only takes black men. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay. Yes. And they have this whole fetish where they essentially worship black men. They look at it like the white woman's job is to please the black man sexually. Oh, yeah, none of this comes from white supremacy.
That was that one girl calling it the Black Kings thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
None of this is rooted in white supremacy or racism or none of that. This is separate. This not at all. So anyway, he said that this woman is, this totally isn't racist. It's not. It's just not.
It's just
not.
It's just I'm not.
So anyway, he says this woman, she reaches out to him. She's about 45 years old, but she has 2 younger daughters. One's 16, one is 17, right? So the woman, he comes over to her house and she tells him her whole thing. Basically, her 2 younger daughters need to learn how to please a black king. And he says, okay, so get naked, bitch. So she takes her clothes off and he says, okay, now you got to suck my dick. So he pulls his dick out. She starts sucking it. And this is right in front of her 2 daughters, apparently 16 and 17 years old. So then basically she waves the 2 daughters over. All 3 of them have sex with each other. And then he goes into graphic details about how he had sex with all 3 of them for years as a group, individually, the whole 9. Then he talks about how he had sex with the youngest one and how, oh my God, he gave her her first orgasm and how she was loving it, but he's not a predator. This is not wrong at all. This is not.
Yeah. Usually when you have to double down on the, I'm not a predator.
I'm not a predator because they wanted it. Because there was no coercion in there. There was no manipulation in there. Mm-hmm. I'm not a predator. Not a predator.
They wanted it though. They wanted it, bro.
But you can't let their parents get involved because they're not cool with that. You're gonna catch a charge. Their parents get involved.
Well, yeah, because he used the phrase when the parents got involved. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but it was something along the lines. There was like, they're like, I'm gonna catch a charge from the parents, basically.
Yeah. That's how he described it. Like, it's going to be the parents, he said, because, the girl's going to go home, go back to her parents. They're going to start to press her. Where have you been? What were you doing? So on and so forth. He said, next thing you know, she's going to fold like a cheap sheet. I think that's what he said. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
This guy was a legend.
He's the kind of guy that shows up at your family barbecue with your 16-year-old sister. And you're like, Who's this? She's like, this is Greg. He's a little mature for his age. He's 40.
Like,
It's like, what do you mean he's a little mature for his age? He is mature. He's a 40-year-old man.
He's a little mature for his age. He's 40.
It's just like mature as in like he's pushing 60. I don't know what you mean. Like
he's getting AARP letters in the mail, bro.
Yeah.
This is like no.
He's getting prostate exams. He's
right.
He is old.
Right.
Yeah. He's getting you know, he's getting colonoscopies every 5 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if you're a young woman and your man is getting biannual or not biannual, every 5 years colonoscopies, and he's getting his prostate exams, rest assured, he's too old for you.
If a physical consists of a prostate exam, he's too old for you.
Man's is too old. You know.
If he wakes up several mornings in a row with back pain, he's too old for you.
If he calls TikTok Tic Tac,
he's too old for you. If he's an active Facebook user.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, if his Facebook activity begins with his breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's a problem.
He's too old for you.
Had 2 eggs and a steak today. Happy Sunday.
If he saw the first Terminator movie on VHS, he's too old for you.
If he's doing grainy video footage and uploading it to his Facebook page in a dimly lit room, he's too old for you.
Too old for you.
Yeah. Just like, it's like, geez, man, just put on a light.
If he calls a remote control a clicker, he's too old for you. All right. What else is? Shit. Shit. I'm dying over here. I had a tickle in the old throat. Fuck. In the basement. God damn it.
It's funny because like the way that you're lit right now, because it's so dark, I'm just waiting for a shadowy figure to come into screen.
Just something to walk in like the background. Yeah. It's like the happening.
Yeah, no, it reminds me of like those paranormal activity movies.
Yeah.
You kind of you have this weird camera set up. It's dark. There's one beam of light.
Oh yeah, it's like spooky as fuck.
I was gonna say, how dark is it down there without that light?
Oh, it's dark as fuck. You can't see anything. Look at this.
I was gonna say, just for science.
Like just for science, I'm gonna turn these off. Look at this.
Yeah.
There's one. Oh, not that one. Oh, and bam. Nothing.
I'm like freaked out. I'm freaked out you're gonna turn the light back on and there's just gonna be this thing behind you.
Yeah. I'm live from John Jamelski's dungeon. Just
I was just saying, is there a hole down there with a lady?
Probably. There's several ladies. They've been starving and crying.
Are those muffled screams I hear in the background?
Yeah. I'm gonna take Ginger out for a stroll. We're going to the post office.
Yeah. What's in the box?
Oh man.
I think yeah, man, you have a very weird setup right now. You're giving me John Wayne Gacy vibes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You'll just see like you just like blink your eyes for a second, there's just a clown standing behind me.
Oh god, that's like that's like one of my worst fears in the world. Yeah. Like that's the main reason I don't like Halloween.
You have me looking at myself on the camera just to like see what's behind me.
Yeah, hey man, I want to keep you safe.
You're pointing it out. No, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this place just got a lot creepier.
Can we just be honest? No. Most Halloween movies happen in quiet, undisturbed suburban neighborhoods.
You're right.
I mean.
You're right. That is where I live.
Never happens in the big city. Always, I
don't know. Have any?
Middle of nowhere, Indiana.
Yeah, true. Like a cornfield. Not Jason. Camp I Wanna Fuck You, something like that. Yeah, Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah. What did you call it?
Camp I Wanna Fuck You? What? A bunch of horny teens go to like some lake.
That's a really dumb name.
I was pretty sure it was a bunch of like horny teens went to a lake just to like bang each other and use canoes.
What a great writers meeting that was. Hey, we're gonna do a little roundtable. We're gonna rename the lake that Jason comes out of. I think Chet said he wants to do Camp I Wanna Fuck You. I think that's what it was. It's just like, actually, the indigenous people do not like that name. It's just like, listen, Greg, this movie came out in
All right.
1975.
Yeah.
It's
All right, we'll change it. Camp Wanna Come. Is that better?
Is that better? Yeah, the
Come
funny
on,
thing is,
Greg.
though,
Give me
that
some wiggle room.
um
As he puffs on a cigarette.
Yeah.
Fucking lips. Ruin all of our fun.
Okay, so a lot of things been going on, a lot of stuff.
What's been going on? Is this gonna get personal?
No,
It can.
it doesn't have to.
It really can.
No. We'll save it. We'll save that for another episode. We already did personal boys last week. It's now.
Okay.
I do have a show coming up, though. It's next Saturday.
Okay.
It's November 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Broadway Comedy Club.
Okay.
Doing my audition feature.
Okay.
What we call a showcase. So, just getting the opportunity to, work in a, get a room with some industry folks in there.
Okay.
Chop it up a little bit.
What? I like it.
Yeah,
What trying to do? Get a sitcom offer or something?
No. Yeah, I don't know if you know a lot about television nowadays. I mean, I'm not going to say no, but I'm also not going to be like sodding it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not running to NBC. Just being like, I got this great show idea. Just like, I'll just put it on YouTube and it'll get more views.
Yeah. Well, you could. I mean, I got a great show idea. Okay, you are a hardworking blue collar dad. All right. You are.
According to Jim, I've seen it.
No, this isn't according to Jim.
Oh.
You're a hardworking blue collar dad. Okay. You live in upstate New York. You got to make it a little bit autobiographical, but not really.
Gotcha.
All right. You have a smoking hot wife.
Named
okay.
Deb.
Sure, Deb. Whatever. Stacy. Who cares?
I like Deb.
Yeah. You have a son who is older, but he's kind of dumb. Okay. And then you have a daughter, also hot, but we can't point out that she's hot because she's underage.
What are you talking about? We just talked about this.
Exactly. But you have a hot daughter. And then, hilarity ensues. You hate your job, but at the same time, you kind of like it. And your son is dumb and in high school, and your daughter is much smarter, but she's like boy crazy, So
Fun.
does it sound familiar at all? I think it's totally original.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We can do this.
Yeah, let's judging by what I've been seeing recently, we might get that passed.
I think we could do this.
We might have a pilot for the spring lineup.
Yeah. Actually, no. I don't think you're old enough though to play the curmudgeon dad yet.
I'm not?
I don't think you're old enough. No. I think you'd have to be at least 10 years older.
That's true.
No. You also have a neighbor who is a sassy black guy. Okay.
just the adjective sassy is just
yeah. Like this is this sounding
man.
He's a sassy black man,
Like saucy.
Yeah.
He's just a saucy individual.
Yeah, he's just a very, quippy black guy. You've got the postman, always good for one-liners. Like every time you see the postman, he's like, "Hey Jim, I'll keep the bills, all right?" Then he just hands you the mail.
Yeah.
Then you get it. You're like, "Oh, it's nothing but bills."
Yeah.
Steve, you got me again.
Yeah. Hey Jim, jury duty this week.
Kidding. Here you go.
Here you go.
I think
the interactions with the interactions with the postman are going to just be like, God, more Amazon boxes. Damn it, Jill.
Yeah.
Or whatever her name is. What?
My wife is buying shit again. Dumb broad's gonna shop. Like it's every fucking episode of this show. You have to say some just dumb broad spending my pension.
Yeah, because it's a thing that was joked about for so long. And then
Yeah.
we took a sharp right turn 5 years ago, and it's just like, don't say anything.
Don't say anything at all.
It's like, okay, but
Dumb broad spending all my money.
yeah, but can we be honest? All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this show can work. All right.
Probably, like I said,
We
we'll
need a
probably get
laugh
pilot.
track.
Yeah, of course.
And
because what do you think? Is this going to be naturally funny?
Of course not. This is gonna be so fucking stale.
Yeah. I did.
It's gonna be like.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just getting some leg cleavage in there.
Mm-hmm. You don't think I could write a Big Bang Theory?
I just wrote an episode.
Oh God, I wrote one 2 minutes ago while talking about that shit.
Just like, here's a couple nerds, hot chick. Let's have them say nerd stuff. Have the hot chick say, I don't know what that means, and then we have a show.
Exactly. Yeah, the continuum transpacitor.
Yeah, I was having a conversation. I was actually I talked about it on stage a little bit about the generation, like the 90s growing up, and that every animated series nobody's growing up. Like nobody grew up at all.
Yeah.
Like South Park and The Simpsons.
Yeah. Family Guy.
Yeah.
Family
Guy. Still, I was like, all of these. I said, all of these. I get it's like it's animated and it's supposed to be make believe, but like, I mean, in the years that those kids didn't grow up, it's like I've been watching that show watching The Simpsons. The Simpsons have literally been on since I was as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
And Homer's been like 48 years old.
If
like
that.
I just want to see an 80-year-old Homer.
Yeah.
Just like wheeling his way into Duff's. Like,
wait, how old is Homer Simpson in the show?
I if I'm ballparking, I'd say 45 to 50.
Let's see, Homer Simpson 8. Now I'm googling it because I have to.
There's obviously a huge,
39.
He looks 48.
Well, of course. But yeah, due to floating timeline, Homer's age has changed occasionally as the series developed. He was 34 in the early episodes, 36 in season 4, 38, 39 season 8, and 40 in the 18th season. Jesus. Although even in those seasons, his age is inconsistent. So let's put Homer
I was going to say, like, what has changed?
Yeah, so let's put Homer in his late 30s to early 40s. And he's 6 feet tall, apparently. So, which is believable. Damn, man. So, Homer's been 40 years old for the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Bart has been what, like 11 for the last 30 years? Lisa's been 8 years old for the last 9 years old for the last 30 years. Maggie's still a baby, never grew up.
Yeah. I mean, just the idea of it is like, if those guys can stay that young, why can't we?
Yeah.
But then the idea of it is like, do you really want to? Like, I'm just trying to think of like the generations of like those generations living through every era.
Yeah.
And seeing everything change dramatically.
Yeah.
And then just being like, wow, pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
And the pandemic is the one thing that finally makes Bart age.
The pandemic, like.
Yeah. Just like
Bart comes out of the pandemic looking just like 30 years old.
He's got a desk job.
Yeah. He's just like, I've been working from home. I caramba.
Like, yeah, I caramba.
I've been working from home.
God. Dumb.
Speaking of generational divides, though, did you hear about what Lil Boosie did?
No, a little bit. We were talking about it at the bar last night.
All right. So, Lil Boosie's tweet about Lil Nas X, and I'm looking for it right now.
Oh, I think I saved it.
Okay.
Yeah, hold please.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for it. It was extremely homophobic.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, Lil Nas X basically said on a live stream that he was doing a he
Yeah,
was
he
doing a song with Lil Boosie, basically antagonizing Lil Boosie because Lil Boosie always has something to say about Lil Nas X being gay and
mhm.
making songs that reference his sexuality and let's be honest, Lil Nas X is a sexy dude.
Yeah.
It's a you
And
know
an all-time Twitter great.
has great skin too. Great skin. Yeah.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah, it's great skin. But
I
anyway,
just don't
Lil
want to.
Boosie's
I
tweet.
just don't want to take a deep dive into his eyes again.
Yeah. Have you found the tweet though?
Yeah. I mean, is it the one where he's talking to, like, you hate yourself and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
Like, stop trolling me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Just a lot of
I
just a
gotta
lot of
find
just a lot of F words and D words.
Yeah. I'm looking for the fucking tweet though, and I can't find it. Let's see.
It's like, stop trolling me, you a whole ass bitch.
Yeah. He calls him a maggot with an F.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Telling him he should stop sucking dick.
Mm-hmm. My question though
You would do
is
He basically tells him to kill himself.
yeah. But my question though is why does Lil Boosie get so butthurt over Lil Nas X?
Because he's not hurting his butt.
Maybe. Like, here it is. I found it. Stop
He's,
trolling me, maggot with an F.
mm,
LOL. You a whole bitch playing with a gangsta. SMH. You can keep sucking D and getting F'd. And you're A. Why am I saying after? Getting fucked in your ass.
Getting effed in your
peace. And you hate yourself. I would too if I was you, LOL Nas X. If you #commit suicide, you would do this world a huge favor. No one wants you here.
Well,
wow.
That's #cyberbullying.
I don't know. That is #cyberbullying. By the way, as far as no one wanting Lil Nas X, you see the Billboard charts lately?
He's a fucking national treasure.
He's a national treasure. He has smashed the Spotify records
like so many times.
Kid is clearly wanted around.
Yeah, this kid sneezes gold records.
Yes, like this is nothing for him.
And farts platinum.
Farts platinum, sneezes gold records, shoots a child in your mouth while he's riding. Yeah. Those are his lyrics, not mine.
Yeah, he puts his pants. He's just like everybody else. He puts his pants on one leg at a time. Except when he puts his pants on, it makes gold records.
Yeah. Theory. Lil Boosie is incidentally homosexual.
See, and I think that is, if that's the hill you want to die on, that hill is sprinkled with a little bit of glitter. If you feel what I'm saying.
I would not be surprised if Lil Boosie was like a 2 on the Kinsey scale.
I think you're doing him a disservice. I think he might go a little higher.
You think he's higher?
A little bit. Not too much.
You think he's
though.
3 to 4 category?
Nah, 2 actually might be right. I think your ballpark. You got a good figure there.
For the uninitiated boys, the Kinsey scale, Alfred Kinsey was basically like a pioneering guy that studied sex and human sexual relations and whatever. And he developed this scale, basically saying that nobody is just gay or straight. That's it. Like it's a spectrum, and that if you're a 0, that means you're 158% straight. You've never thought about a man, you've never thought about a same-sex relationship. Even the idea of it just doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah. There's no blip on your radar.
There's no blip on your radar. You are strictly opposite sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have 1, which is incidentally, you've had a homosexual thought before. Maybe you've never acted on it. Maybe you have acted on it, but but you are primarily straight. And then you have a 2, which is more than incidentally, you've had some homosexual experiences. Maybe you've dibbled and dabbled, but you're more straight than anything else, right? Then you have a 3 that's bisexual, which is, equal. And then you have a 4, which is, basically like a 3, but with homosexual, which is like you're mostly homosexual, but you've had experience with the opposite sex. 5 is you are mostly homosexual, but you've had a few fleeting thoughts of, oh, women are pretty, but I want dudes. And then you have a 6, which is 100% barn burning gay. Like, I'm fucking,
that's the actual term.
Else. I like 100% barn burning gay.
It's kind of a fun sentence. I don't know what's going on, but this place is pretty barn burning gay.
100% barn burning gay. Like, there's no swaying me. I've never tried it. I'm not interested in trying it. Girls ill. Okay.
Yeah. Ew.
Right.
Did I tell you a couple weeks ago? I was with your old college roommate there.
Okay.
And,
okay.
We went out and we had a drink, and he has a friend who's gay, and we were at we were just like this rooftop bar just having drinks, and his gay friend is like, I need my element. He goes, it's too straight here, basically. So he goes, there's like this gay bar like 3 blocks up the road. And a couple people like left, and I was like, I'll tag along. I want to see what's up, because I think they're fun, honestly.
No, the gays know how to have a good time.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome. But it was karaoke night, so you knew it was gonna be lit.
Okay.
So I walked in.
So many show tunes, right?
No, man, virtually none.
Really?
Like, just a lot of there was some Lil Nas X. There was a lot of Mariah Carey.
I could see that.
Yeah, but and there was this woman in. I'm sorry, not a woman. There was a person in drag.
Okay.
And she was just hustling the room. And the thing about drag queens is they're perfect show. Like they put on the perfect show. And but they pander in such a way that makes you feel bad, and it makes me feel good, because she's just like, I'm not working here for $8 an hour just so you can underpay me and undertip me, bitch. And I'm like, yes, I love that shit. Like, just the brutal honesty, where I think that's the only place in the world where brutal honesty really does come out, because in a heterosexual setting, man goes up to woman and says everything in his power to try to get this woman to sleep with him. Right. And he lies very much.
Oh, absolutely.
He says things like, I don't live with my mom, and like I
have my own car.
I have my own car,
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a job. Like just shit like that. And like a gay guy,
like he's driven and motivated.
Yeah, where her gay guy is just like, it doesn't matter. Do you like me for me?
Right.
And if you do, we can go downstairs right now and do the thing.
Right.
And that is awesome. That is just yeah.
Bro, that makes me jealous of gay dudes in that way.
Oh, just the there's no adversity when it comes to that, when it comes to that conversation.
No, it's literally and oftentimes if you see it, they might not even say 2 words to each other. They just know it's on.
They just speak to each other in blinks and eye flutters.
Yeah, it's literally like they lock eyes, and then they just like, they look at each other.
They do a little head nod,
all right,
like,
let's go.
Going this way. Yeah.
You're hot, I'm hot, let's fuck. And that's all they communicated. There's no names. There's no, how's your credit score?
Yeah.
There's
no fucking them 5 times and asking their age.
Right. Well, maybe actually, no, that sounds kind of gay, to be honest with you. I know nothing about you before we've had sex. Just to go back to that real quick, though, when I was listening to it the first time, I was like, okay, you had sex with her. Sure, it was several times, but you didn't know how old she was. if the cops are called in that moment, you still have an out. Because at least you could say, I didn't know how old she was.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, I didn't know. She didn't tell me. We just met and we've just been fooling around like what I thought two consenting adults. You at least had an out. But then she tells you and you're just like, yeah, I fucked her for the next 5 years. Like, it's like, come on, bro. But anyway, yeah.
Yes. Master class self-snitching.
Master class in self-snitching.
Yeah, this dude is teaching the master class in self-snitching.
Self-snitching.
I might just order a master class just so I can
upload that video.
Yeah, just so I can watch this dude snitch on himself.
We're gonna do a master class in snitching.
What James Suckling is to wine.
This
man is just snitching on himself.
Yes. We're going to upload that video and instruct our students to do a case study on this video.
That's what Wolfgang Puck is to cooking.
I need you to sit in this BMW. Yes, the seats have to be red.
I was going to ask you, what car is that? It's an M Series BMW, I think.
It might be. I would say it's either an M Series BMW.
When I saw the red seats, I was like, because literally, I was parked next to one the other day, and the seats were the same. And it was an M Series. It might have been a
BMW. It could have been one of a few cars. It could have been like an Alfa Romeo. It could have been a Lexus.
Because I know Alfa Romeo they'll have the red interiors, but those are usually in the SUVs, I thought.
No, they have it in the coupe. Not the coupe, but they have it in the sedan.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it could have been a Lexus. One of like their sportier sedans.
No, it was giving me
BMW vibes, but it could have been an Alfa Romeo. It could have been a Kia Stinger.
BMW.
Yeah, and it could have been a Kia Stinger. He doesn't give me Kia vibes though.
No, he's too. He gives me I rented this BMW for this video vibes.
He gives me a very large portion of my income goes to this car vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been like an M
and by large portion, I mean all.
Yeah. So this is an M4 competition BMW.
I have to let my roommates, my mom, let her know that I'm bringing a young lady over. And when I say young, I mean young.
Young. No, but this is honestly that's kind of Atlanta in a nutshell.
Times before I ask her young.
Yeah. Honestly, though, that's kind of Atlanta in a nutshell. There's so many people just out here scamming, just trying to look like they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have so many dudes that are just living in Atlanta, like driving a Mercedes, but 40, 50 years old, driving a Mercedes that they are leasing. And which nothing wrong with leasing, but you also have like 3 roommates. Like, come on, bro. It's Atlanta. It's not New York, bro. It's Atlanta. Like,
yeah.
You can get a house in Atlanta.
Yeah, cost of living in Atlanta is far less.
It's Syracuse prices, bro.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's much closer to Manhattan prices. It's much closer to Syracuse prices than New York prices.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so.
Greatest city in the world.
Yeah, if you make it there, you make it anywhere, man.
Oh, come on. That's cliche.
I mean, how you feeling about it right now?
I take a look around and I go, huh, you're still here, huh?
Uh-huh. Like I said, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah. Just kind of hoping more people quit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you haven't had your come to Jesus moment yet, have you?
Yeah.
Well, you better hurry up, because
yeah,
some of us need you to leave.
Yeah,
there's I mean, it's it's a very interesting place.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, people just, like I said, everyone's just playing a character.
Oh yeah,
really. You know, what character do you want to play? You know, and then people like me who play themselves. They're like, so where do you see yourself? Do you want to get you want to get some writing credits? You want to do this? I was just like, I kind of want to just do this.
Yeah.
I kind of like this a lot. I'm gonna keep doing this if that's all right.
I just want to do this and make a living doing it.
Yeah.
Get to a point where I don't have to do anything else but this.
Yeah.
Yeah. One way I'll describe New York is it is the most efficiently inefficient place I've ever been to.
That is a really good. I mean, it's probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Like I have no idea how anything gets done in New York, but shit gets done.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it does work.
It does work somehow.
Yeah. This is very much a, I like the sausage, but I don't want to see how the sausage is made.
Yes. Yeah. Like the New York City subway, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is running on more than 100-year-old technology. They never shut it down, though. It works 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
How? And it's still running. Like
still running.
Yeah. When something breaks, like they kind of got to figure it out, because most of the companies that made the components that like really get down to the nitty gritty of how the subway system works, if the companies are actually still in service that made those products, they don't make the shit anymore because it's so old. So it's literally like, how in the fuck does this still work? And nobody can explain. And honestly, the subway is totally broken. It's overcrowded. The subway system is fucking terrible in New York.
Jeez, man.
I know, but I'm saying, like, the subway system in New York is fucking awful, but it works.
I mean, it works, yeah.
But here's the thing: is there is no good answer to actually fix it. So every politician just comes along and kicks the can down the road because they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it that you do here? There's this thing that I've basically established is that whenever somebody says, like, where are you going? Like, if I'm if I'm in Queens and then I go to Brooklyn, or like I'll go to Manhattan, it'll always be, how long is it going to take? It's always 35 minutes.
Yeah.
How long? 35 minutes.
Going uptown.
From right now to then, 35 minutes.
Yep. Always.
A little more, a little less, but it's 35 minutes.
35 minutes. I'm 35 minutes away. Yep.
Oh, good. You haven't got on the train yet. No, I'm on the train.
No, 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Or have you gotten to a point where you've gotten annoyed because someone like stepped down the train to commit suicide? Like stepped down the tracks, commit suicide?
No, but somebody did fall down in front of oncoming traffic the other day.
Like, how fucking dare you interrupt people?
Because I had my headphones on and I was just like going with flow of traffic, and he just falls and fucking breaks up the walking lanes into two, and it's just, I know, it's just like, motherfucker, like I got so mad.
He broke up the flow of traffic. Like, how dare you fucking fall, you stupid idiot.
Yeah. I had this observation the other night about the aggressiveness of the homeless on the train. So because I think of it as a business. So my thought is that if this is your only source of revenue, you better fucking ask me harder for some money. So this dude comes up to me, and I gotta be honest, I was upset, but he stood and looked at me for a solid 1 minute and 30 seconds and just fucking stared. So I'm just like, yep, and I'm just like, and his list of demands were very intriguing. Like, he was like,
okay,
I'm thinking that I'd like, well, he said something. Hold on, hold on a second.
Okay.
Oh, it's my.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do you want me to pause it, or?
Yeah, it's my furnace.
Oh, yeah, they do that. They ting.
No, this one's whistling.
Yeah, they do that shit. It's an old building, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna get a new building? It's New York. Come on now. Everything's old.
Yeah.
Everything is old.
You just get old shit with some new amenities.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying this to shit on New York. New York is great, but like, your furnace is gonna make noises because it's too fucking difficult in that city to fix anything. Because you live in a place with 8 million people. Like, it's too hard.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah.
So yeah, things that just run, like I said before, just efficiently inefficient. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's the best way to
it's
put it.
just
But
what it
all right,
is.
so let me circle back to the thing. So
Okay.
like I said, he's just staring at me. Like I said, for it's a solid 90 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and his list of demands is he goes, spare change, you got $1, peanut butter jelly sandwich, I'll take a turkey. And it's just quick. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
spare change, you got $1, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'll take a turkey.
And
I'll
then
take
when
a
he
turkey.
notices, is and that's the thing is that's his line that gets him every
Mhm.
time. If he's gonna get you, peanut butter and jelly, I'll take a turkey.
Hmm.
If he sees you crack a little smile when you say that, he knows he got you. But if
Hmm.
you don't react, he moves on to the next person, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Every time.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
I remember one time I was on the subway, and those kids that are always like fundraising for a basketball team that never seems to be in season.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, one day one of those kids, at least I thought was one of those kids, gets on the train. Come to find out, it's not. He gets on the train and he's like, "Excuse me." He has to make the loud announcement. "Excuse me. I'm fundraising. I'm selling candy. I'm raising money for myself."
Which I gotta respect. He's an
I gotta
entrepreneur.
respect it. He's honest.
I gotta respect because I because as you know, I mean, I'm an artist in New York
Right,
City.
right.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I
just
get it.
not the pretentious kind, but like
Right, right.
but just the guys in the subways that are just playing music with just
Hmm.
inanimate objects, and it just sounds so good.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
He's got a kick drum pedal on an old suitcase.
my thought process with those guys is just like, yo, just try something easier, dog.
You could beg on the train.
Like, just do something easier. Somebody will notice you. Do it on
Yeah, but
TikTok.
you got a dude that's just like kicking a suitcase. He's drumming on an old Home Depot bucket,
Yeah, this is what this
playing
dude
the
is doing.
harmonica.
He's
Like,
not even doing that, but he's also fucking tap dancing while he does
yeah,
it.
playing 43 different instruments at
And
the
I'm just like,
same
I
damn
was like,
time.
yo, this dude is making music with fucking nothing,
Yeah.
and he's just doing it while I'm waiting for the train. And he
Mans
does
is
this.
playing the spoons.
Mhm. It
One
was
of them
funny
was
because
used to shoot heroin.
he was doing it, and then one of his boys like saw him from the other track, and he's just like, he was like, you're, and he then he runs over.
Yeah.
He runs over to him. He's wearing, and I knew it right away. It's like a faux, like fur coat,
Yeah.
and he's got like the original Beat by Dre headphones, like the
Ooh.
big ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my god, those are first generation. Those are a relic.
Yeah.
I was like, I
The
hope that.
ones where people saw them and they're like, "I'm never spending $300 for headphones."
Yeah,
Those ones, yeah.
those ones. Yeah, but
Man.
yeah, greatest city in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep telling yourself
It's
that.
it's funny though to like juxtapose that to like people up here, especially the more sheltered people up here
Mhm.
that'll say shit like, "I never go downtown." You know those fucking Karens.
Mhm.
I never go down. What could happen downtown? Like, bitch, downtown Syracuse is like 6 blocks.
Yeah.
Like relax.
Come here, dog. Let me see you.
Yeah. Like this, no. This is nothing, bitch. Like
Yeah.
downtown Syracuse, I can walk from one end of downtown Syracuse to another in 4 minutes. It
I
is
did
not.
it. Yeah.
It's
I
not
did
that
it.
big.
I came home and did shows a couple of weeks ago, and
Uh-huh.
I did that, and I was hanging out with my friends, and she was like, "Wow." She goes, "Wow, you did that really fast." She goes, "You said that you were on the other side of the city like 5 minutes ago." I go, "I was."
Yeah.
She's like, "Wow, you really walk with pace." I go, "Yeah, that you have to, or you get killed."
Yeah.
It's like just the it's so stupid that like people are like, this is the thing that makes me angry. People that don't walk with pace.
Mhm.
Like I walk as if someone is behind me with a knife.
Okay.
That's how
So you
I
have to walk
imagine.
very. I
Just
imagine you sweating, panting.
not even panting. I'm just walking with pace.
Okay.
I just get angry at older people now.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
angry.
Okay.
I get angry at the elderly.
Okay. Have you looked at how many steps you're taking on your phone?
I took 23,000 the other day.
Wow. Okay.
23,000.
23,000. That's a lot of steps. It's a lot of
I
steps.
literally went to 3 boroughs, so it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So it was a lot of walking.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah, it was
Justin,
it was a long night.
yeah. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? Just in today, I took I work a desk job and I work in a much smaller city. And to be honest, I've not been exercising recently. I've been lazy as fuck. So I did can you see that?
Yeah.
4,000.
Almost 5,000.
Almost 5,000 steps.
Yeah.
It's about half of what you're supposed to get in a day.
Yeah. That's probably what I did today.
Okay. So
you
were
I did
home
not leave
most
the
of
house
day.
very much today.
Yeah. But you haven't left yet, really.
Yeah. Well, I'm leaving after we're done here.
Yeah. Okay.
Still got to take a shower. I'm stinky.
You musty bitch.
Yeah.
Ew.
Just get my stretches in right now.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
That's also one thing. Oh, I got a funny story to tell.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I have a silly story to tell. Because this is how I know I'm getting old. Okay.
Okay.
So, because I live in suburbia, there's this thing that happens between neighbors where around Halloween, we boo each other. I don't know if you ever heard of this.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of booing your neighbor?
Like scaring them, or just like
No. So what you do is you basically play ding dong ditch, but you leave a little pail of candy for the kids at their doorstep. All right. Instead of a flaming pile of shit that they stomp out and then realize they got hot doodle on their sock, just a little friendly bucket of candy.
Yeah, that's doodoo, son.
Okay. It's doodoo, baby. It's just a friendly bucket of candy. It's left on your doorstep, has a note in it, says you've been booed. You put the sign in your window, and then you have some instructions. You have to create a basket of goodies for another neighbor that has not been booed yet. And then you have to also give them the sign. They have to put it in their window, and they keep the chain going. Okay? So I decided, all right, we're going to boo our neighbor that lives across the street to the right. Okay? Now, Zach, I'm not in the greatest shape in the world. Not in the shape I used to be. But I realize I walk this over. I wait till nightfall. I put it on the neighbor's front step. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to run. All right? Prepared for this. Kind of. But I'm going to have to run.
Mm-hmm.
So I look and I'm like, okay, I'm on the neighbor's doorstep right now. It's dark. Why the fuck do they not have a doorbell? Like, it's just like a little plate. There's no doorbell.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I open up the screen door and I'm like, all right, I'm going to knock and I'm going to run. All right. So I knock on the door, turn to run. Oh shit. They have these rocks in front of their step, like in front of their front step. A little rock formation that plants in there when it's in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm running, trip over the rocks. You know that movement where you feel like you're upright, but you're clearly falling, clearly losing it? Yeah. So I'm doing that for multiple steps. And I'm like, okay, if I can make it across their driveway, I can fall in the grass, tuck and roll, get back up, keep running.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make it to the grass. I fall fucking hard on the driveway. Okay. And like I skin the shit out of my knee. Like it's all bruised up and like skin is missing. It still hurts. This happened on Sunday.
Mm.
This thing still fucking hurts. I also hit my elbow like on the ground, which like kind of locks up now in a weird way. I noticed like if I keep it bent or straight for too long, like it just locks up and it's painful. I gotta like move it. It's weird. Fucked myself up, but I managed to fall on their driveway, tuck and roll into the grass and stand up and run back into my house. And I'm praying that nobody saw this because as I turned around, once I got to my like front step, I saw my neighbor opening up their door. So I'm just hoping that there's no Ring doorbell footage or some shit of me doing this glorious tuck and roll. I think there might be
With
out
our
there
well-connected society, somebody's got you just eating shit.
someone has me eating shit, falling hard. Like, I think it's got to be there somewhere. So yeah, that was me confronting my own mortality on Sunday.
Well, I'm happy you made it.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
What are you doing?
You really seemed like you cared.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, I tried.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any Halloween plans? What are you doing?
I mean, mother-in-law's coming into town, taking the kid trick-or-treating, going to the friend's Halloween party like we do every year.
All right, so we'll talk to you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
I'm just kidding.
However, I've decided to start a grand new tradition where every year I'm going to wear a sweatsuit on Halloween.
I was gonna say, you said you're just going as cozy.
Yeah, that's it. Cozy. This year the sweatsuit is mauve.
I already have my Halloween costume because it's the same thing I did last year because that's how much I care about Halloween.
Okay.
I feel like people that really dress up for Halloween are just hiding from their fears of life.
Oh yeah, it's a red flag. People that make Halloween like their personality.
Yeah.
It's fucking
They're just
weird.
like, I'm dressing up as a mermaid. It's just like, you're still in debt, Jennifer. All right, let's read this. Turning yourself to Ariel for one night is not going to make the crippling college debt go away.
or that 15 grand you have in credit card debt magically disappear.
Yeah.
You should be more responsible, Jennifer.
Yeah, that credit card you keep running up for your $400 Halloween costume. Like,
come on, Jennifer.
Let's
be responsible.
Why don't you get a debt consolidation loan? Why don't you figure out a way to tell your parents that you are going to come out of the closet and we'll have a good time, all right?
Yeah. Do you really need that other bodysuit on Shein, Jennifer?
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Was the trip to Cabo with the girls worth it, Jennifer?
Yeah.
You're still paying that one off.
Right.
There's like those fucking families that are trying to live out the American dreams. They're like, we're going to go to Disney. Do you know how fucking expensive it is to go to Disney World?
You might as well just move to New York City.
Jesus Christ. It's fucking, it's like a year's worth of mortgage payments for people, for some people. Like, it is fucking insane. Your family's spending 10 to 20 grand on a trip to Disney. And you think all those people can afford it? Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. So we put this flight on this credit card. We put the restaurants on this credit card. It maxed out.
Once you're playing credit card poker, it's never good.
Yeah. And then we put the hotel on this credit card, also maxed it out.
Yeah.
So
you realize you have to pay that back, right? And at the compounding interest of your credit cards, I'm assuming that you'll pay that back never.
They're only 35%.
This is why we should not give credit cards to everyone.
No.
As somebody that has disrespected a credit card before, I can tell you, I've learned.
Yeah. Paying that shit off was expensive, huh?
Sure was. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next week. We'll have this better set up.
Okay.
I will have the proper equipment because I do have to return some audio equipment. Thanks, Amazon. Fucking Bezos. Why don't you go back to the moon? Why don't you go back to the moon, you fuckface? Or wherever you go. Why don't you take William Shatner back to space and never come back?
Of course. Okay. All right, boys.
No, I love Amazon. It's a reputable company.
Of course, they're wonderful.
Gets my things here in 24 hours flat.
Yeah, of course.
Give me the right shit next time.
Stupid bitch. Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you next week, and then we'll talk to the boys next week. We love you. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.